Create Art Podcast. Project National Poetry Writing Month 2022. Hello, friends. This is Timothy Chemo Bryan, your head instigator for Create Art Podcast, where I use my 20 plus years of experience in the arts and education to help you tame your inner critic and create more than you consume. This month is National Poetry Writing Month, and this is the third year in a row that I am going to be doing NaPoWriMo, as it's known. Now, what's this all about? Well, it's actually something that started up a long time ago, about 2003. And it was done by Maureen Thorson. She's a poet that was living in Washington, D.C., and it was inspired by National Novel Writing Month. And what she did is she posted her poems on her blog, and other people started, writing poems in April and hosting them on their own blog. Now, Maureen linked to them, and after a few years, there's so many people doing NaPoWriMo that Maureen decided to launch an independent website for the project. Now, as far as me, I've started writing poetry back in 1988 when I was exposed to T.S. Eliot in my honors English class in high school. Started reading poetry to the public in 1992 while I was in Abilene, Texas at Espresso Europa coffee shop. I put out my own books of poetry, starting way back in 2007 with Throwing Myself at the Ground and Missing. And then 2008, Postcards from Somebody You Don't Know. And then 2010, Wisdom from the Sack, where I did the National Poetry Writing Month. I did 60 poems in 30 days and put out a book for that. And then the latest one, 2017, Shaving Crop Circles in My Chest Hair. Again, that was a response to doing a Word of the Day challenge. Now, like I said, in 2009, I started participating in it, and I've been a huge proponent for it. This is my third year doing it on the show, so I hope you enjoy. All right, so we have reached the end of April. This is April 30th, and this is the 30th poem. I just wanted to, pop out and say thank you to everyone that's listened, and I want to go ahead and put this out here for the folks in Ireland that have listened, the folks in Romania, Spain, Germany, Canada, Iran, Switzerland, France, United Kingdom, and India. And as far as the United States goes, wow. We had Washington State, California, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Minnesota, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, North Carolina, Virginia, New Jersey, and Connecticut. So I want to thank you all for joining me on this trip this year. I want to thank my dear loving wife, who made sure that I had time to do this, and I especially want to thank my kids. It's been many, many, many years that I've been writing poetry, and ever since my girls have been born, they've shown me that it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. It doesn't have to be it can be a lot of fun. And so that's one of the things that I learned from this year's NaPoWriMo. So here's the prompt. The challenge is to write a cento, C-E-N-T-O. This is a poem that is made up of lines taken from other poems. Now, if you'd like to dig into an in-depth example, John Ashbery's cento the dong with the luminous nose. And it's fully annotated to show where every line originated. And that's kind of what I did with mine. You know, a cento might seem like a complex undertaking and one that requires you to have umpteen poetry books at your fingertips for reference, which I do. But you don't have to write a long one. A good short one is a good way to jumpstart the process. And, you know, if you need to find a online curation of poems, there is links in the show notes. So, here we go. This one's called Not My Words. And the poems I used was Everybody Knows by Leonard Cohen, T.S. Eliot's The Hollow Men, and Do Not Go Gentle Into the Good Night by Dylan Thomas. So here we go. Everybody knows that the boat is leaking. Everybody knows that the captain lied. Everybody's got this broken feeling, like their father or their dog just died. Everybody's talking to their pockets. Everybody wants a box of chocolates and a long stem rose. Those who have crossed with direct eyes to death's other kingdom remember us, if at all, not as lost, violent souls, but only as the hollow men, the stuffed men, grave men, near death, who see with blinding light. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Eyes I dare not meet in dreams, in death's dream kingdom, these do not appear. There, the eyes are. Sunlight on a broken column. There is a tree swinging, and voices in the wind singing, more distant and more solemn than a fading star. And everybody knows that the plague is coming. Everybody knows that it's moving fast. Everybody knows that the naked man and woman are just a shining artifact of the past. Is it like this in death's dream kingdom, waking alone, at the hour when we are trembling with tenderness, lips that would kiss, form prayers to broken stone? Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning. In this last of meeting places, we grope together in a void speech, gathered on this beach of the Tumid River, sightless, unless the eyes reappear, as the perpetual star, multifold rose. And everybody knows that it's now or never. Everybody knows that it's me or you. And everybody knows that you live forever when you've done a line or two. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Between the desire and the spasm, between the potency and the existence, between the essence and the descent, falls the shadow. And everybody knows that you're in trouble. Everybody knows what you've been through. From the bloody cross on top of Calvary to the beach of Malibu. And you, my Father, there on this sad height, curse, bless me now. With your fierce tears I pray. In death's other kingdom, waking alone at the hour when we are trembling with tenderness, lips that would kiss form prayers to broken stone. And everybody knows that the war is over. Everybody knows the good guys lost. Everybody knows the fight was fixed. The poor stay poor, and the rich get rich. That's how it goes. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper. I want to thank you for tuning into this special episode of Create Art Podcast, National Poetry Writing Month for 2022. I look forward to seeing the comments that you can put on the website and let me know what you think of the poetry. And I want to know if you're writing poetry. drop me a few lines. Let me take a look at it. I'd be happy to help you self-publish your book or give you advice or good contacts that I personally have to get your poetry out there. Reach out to me, Timothy, at createartpodcast.com, and let me help you tame your inner critic and create more than you consume. Let me know if you'd like to be on the show or talk about any of the topics that we do present for you here. Until next time, go out there and create art for somebody you love, yourself.